Adam Cromie, who is an attorney in Pittsburgh, who used to be with the Nationals, is the front runner to get the job. And Sandy Alderson said, yeah, there's a reluctance to come to New York. I don't know what it is. There's a reluctance from people to come here. Maybe it's just too big of a deal. Maybe the real person just can't stand up and be the next great one and the next great executive for the Mets. But if it's this Adam Cromie, do you like it? Good morning, Boomer. How are you? Got to get one of those out in the opening segment, and I'm good.
Right. I have no idea about Adam Cromie now.
Nobody does.
Well, it was interesting. You were in my office about 10 minutes ago, and you called his office, and you got his voicemail.
I did, right away.
It's crazy. It's great. Hi, I'm Adam Cromie. If you need me, leave me a message. I mean, it's nuts.
I mean, how does that happen?
I mean, it is absolutely nuts. So anyway, look, I have no idea. Nobody knows. All I know is that he was. Listen to this. This is amazing.
Yeah. Just went to one website. That was it. Just one website. I said, Adam Cromie. Just Googled his law office.
Right.
And I hit the thing, and I hit call.
Right.
Oh.
Hello, this is Adam Cromie. Please leave your name, number, and a brief message after the tone. I will return your call as soon as possible.
Record your message after the tone. When you've finished, you can hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey, Adam, this is Greg Giannotti and Boomer Esiason. We host a morning show on WFAN. You want to say hello, Boomer?
Hi, Adam.
Hi. So we heard that you're the leading candidate to be the Mets general manager. Hey, I lived in Pittsburgh for 5 years, so I know all about Pittsburgh. I know you went to Allegheny College. If you want to call us back, it's 877-337-6666. That's the call-in line, and we'll put you up right away. We'll even put you ahead of Dan and Carteret and Spider in Montclair. But give us a call back. All the best, Adam. And if you get the job, good luck, because then we'll just be roasting you for the rest of your professional life. All right, take care. There you go. You think we'll get back to us?
No, I don't.
No?
That was a nice message you left in there.
I feel like I was honest.
But I don't know if I would have went with the roast thing at the end.
He would laugh.
You were doing really such a good job until you got to that part. We're going to roast your ass.
No, I said if you get the job.
Come on, man.
No, but that's what happens. You understand?
See, this
he
is
needs
why.
To know.
See, but this is why Sandy Alderson is saying what he's saying. And I heard exactly what Sandy said. I read it. I wanted to understand it. And these are exactly the things that we were talking about yesterday, why somebody may not want to come here and take this job. They might like the job where they are. They may not want to move their family. And they may think New York sucks. So that's probably what's going on here. I totally understand that. And now, so I think that Adam Cromie's working in a law firm around mergers and acquisitions.
Yes, that is correct.
So that means he has some sort of degree in terms of mergers and acquisitions. So that would make him, I think, a good GM, because you're trying to acquire things and you're merging things and you're moving things around and you're spending some money.
What a stretch.
Well, plus he was with the Washington Nationals. Look, I don't want to kill this guy. I have no idea who he is, what his credentials are, other than the things that I've read about. And quite frankly, they do need somebody in there that's relatively bright. I would say by his education background and by where he's been, what he's done, that he seems like a very bright and aspiring young man that wants to do great things. So this may be the right type of guy that the Mets need, assuming that he has nothing in his background that they can find.
Yeah, well, I would think if he went from the Nationals to this law firm and he's a respected lawyer, that chances are he does not. But I guess you really don't know, as we have come to find out with some of these other people.
All right, but that's a big part of so they're using Korn Ferry.
Yes, which is
as their search firm. Yes, and they also have a nice golf Korn Ferry golf. What do you call it? Like a league or whatever.
A league, okay.
Yeah, it's right below the PGA Tour. They have the tour. They have the Korn Ferry Tour.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
James Nicholas, Dr. Nicholas's son plays in the Korn Ferry Tour.
I know he's a tremendous golfer.
Yeah, so hopefully one day will graduate to the PGA Tour.
Sure.
So anyway, so that's who they're using as their search firm, and they're doing due diligence on every single one of the candidates.
Yeah, and of course, and that's what so the Mets can wash their hands of it and say, hey, listen, we had the search firm and everything else. Yeah, no, it's smart. But on the surface, it seems bad. Now, let's just talk about this for a second. On the surface of what the Mets have done, They went out to try to find a VP of baseball operations. They failed again. That's 2 years in a row.
Well, they
couldn't
wanted
do
a
that.
big fish. They wanted a big fish, and they could not land a big fish.
2 years in a row.
You landed a big fish yesterday
I did,
out in the Great South Bay.
It was awesome.
Because you're an everyday man.
Everyday man out there
These
fishing.
guys cannot and could not land a big fish. So now they're like in the pond.
Yeah.
And they're with like all these little guppies running around.
They are.
And this guy looks like a guppy. I mean, he looks like a young guy.
But he's been out of baseball for 4 years now.
Look,
he's not even in the game.
He's got a picture that has a blue shirt and a pink tie. That's all you need to know. That means smart. That means he's, he probably is well-versed in, the NL East because of his time with the Washington National. Things don't change that much.
The Mets can't find anybody that's working for a successful organization right now to come here. They got to go to the law firm in Pittsburgh to pick the guy who left baseball 4 years ago.
And not for nothing, as they say.
Yeah.
Not for nothing. Mm-hmm. Not for nothing. I've been telling you for over 2 months now that December is a very important month in baseball because there's most likely going to be a lockout. They have an MLBPA and owners meetings trying to iron out a new CBA.
Isn't December 2nd the day?
Right. So
it's not that far away.
No, it's not. And the thing is, they may not need a general manager because there may not be baseball, which would be the dumbest thing that the owners and the players could ever do. What they need is they need to do what the NFL did. They need a 10-year deal. They got to put this thing to bed.
So we'll stop talking about it every couple of years.
Stop talking about it. And then it allows Rob Manfred, at least then, to go and negotiate with all of Major League Baseball's partners from what I would say, position of strength. We have labor harmony. We're going to be here. We're not going anywhere. We're not stopped. Because, you have so many things that are going on behind the scenes outside of the CBA that Rob Manfred has got to figure out and fix. And with all that, I can't even imagine what his desk must be like. It must be like people coming at him every which way. And he's probably negotiating, whether it be with the RSNs, the regional sports networks, or with the players, or with other sponsorships. And, it's got to be going 100 miles an hour for him right now.
Oh, I'm sure. But this is why it's one of the toughest jobs in sports, especially with that union. That's the toughest union in sports. It's the toughest players association in sports. So I'm worried about it. I'm especially worried about it with the way that those two sides had a big problem during the pandemic season coming together. I'm thinking this is probably going to get ugly. I mean, that's what you would assume, is that it's probably, and hopefully games aren't missed, but it'll get ugly, the negotiations.
I can tell you one thing. Francisco Lindor doesn't want to miss any games.
Oh, of course not.
I mean, so there is a segment of the baseball player population that is making a ton of money. And the last thing they want is a shortened season. The last thing they want is a season interrupted by some sort of labor impasse. So I would just advise both sides. Get something done here, man. You do not want to be locked in some long-term stalemate that is going to interrupt the start of your season next year. You just don't want that. And I would think, listening to Brian Cashman talk a little bit yesterday about the Yankees and moving forward and all that other stuff, and they only have a little bit of money coming off the books, and they still want to stay under the luxury tax. The luxury tax may go up. I don't know. It may not go up. It may go down. I mean, revenues are down.
Yeah, of course.
Across baseball. So I would argue from the owner's standpoint that, look, man, my revenues are down. My carrying costs are up. We're going to have to renegotiate this thing and somehow get the money to go down the other way. And that is not going to go over well with the Major League Baseball Players Association.
Yeah, I feel like I need to call Adam Cromie back, leave him another message, and apologize. I've been feeling bad during this whole time.
Yeah, I mean, you can't,
I know,
you already roasted him, and all we did was read an article that he may be the candidate that's
No,
going
I
to
just
come
said
here.
if you come, I was just going to make it a joke. If you come
right.
here, you get roasted. Right. That type of thing.
Right.
I
would think that if he's not at his office right now answering the phone, that's a little bit.
You think that's bad?
Damn, I want my GM. I want my GM in the office.
Adam Cromie, please leave your name, number, and a brief message after the tone. I will return your call as soon as possible.
Record your message after the tone.
Don't be
when
like.
you're finished, you
I
can
thought
hang
they're
up or
stalking.
press 1 for more options.
Hey, Adam, Greg Giannotti again for WFAN, man. I'm sorry. That little roasting comment at the end of the first message, that was me trying to make a joke. We're not going to roast you. If you come here and you do a good job, we're going to love you. And we had Mark Messier in studio. We were looking for the next Mark Messier to come in and change a franchise. You could do that as a Mets GM. You could do that. You'll be lauded forever. So I don't want to scare you away. Everybody else has been scared away by the job. You should take the job. We'll love you. And then we could talk. We could talk Pittsburgh. We could talk Permane Brothers, Steelers, Pirates, all that stuff, whatever you want. And Boomer's still here. Say hello again, Boomer.
Yeah, we're sorry about that, Adam. I'm sorry for my partner. My partner tends to get a little bit rambunctious at times. I'll try to keep him on the straight and narrow. But if you take the job, we're going to welcome you with open arms.
Yeah.
Until you screw up a trade or something.
Yeah, well, so now you did it.
Well, I just want to be real.
All right. Let me hang up now. Okay. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, call that number. Call that call-in line and tell Al Dukes that it's you. All right, and he'll do a quick background check. All right, see you. I'd give him my cell phone number. I don't think he'd call me back. And I don't want to give that out over the air. That wouldn't be a good thing.
No.
I almost did that, and then I stopped myself. I said that wouldn't have been a good thing. Dan in Carteret already has my cell phone number. I don't think anybody else needs it. He still doesn't understand not to text me, that guy.
All right, so again, I don't want to kill the guy before we even get a chance to meet the guy.
But I don't think people are killing him. They're killing the Mets for not being able to get somebody who's been in baseball.
Here's the one thing I will say.
Yeah.
And Sandy Alderson told you yesterday what they are dealing with. And that's exactly what we said that they were dealing with. Mm-hmm. So, and it has nothing to do with his son, by the way.
Apparently. That's what he's saying.
That was the other thing that you said. And he was asked that question directly.
Yeah.
And he said, come on, man. Whoever we hire, I would expect anybody that is in the organization to fall in line and to follow suit of the guy that's setting the path. And be loyal to that guy. Why wouldn't you be? You want everybody, you should want, and I know this is an unrealistic, because normally I'm cynical when I think about things like this, but maybe it is a little bit unrealistic, that sometimes when you hire somebody outside the organization, somebody inside the organization gets ticked off that they get the opportunity.
Oh, yeah, the elevation thing.
Thing. That happens all the time all over the place. Like,
sure.
People get pissed off for all different types of reasons. And, you just hope that isn't the case in this situation, that there isn't somebody internally that thinks that they could do the job or they should get the job, because then it's like the whole deep state nature. Like, you hire a guy and then the people underneath the guy or the woman or whoever it is basically fighting those people underneath him. And they are obstructing the vision that one said person comes in with. So hopefully that's not the case.
Yeah, and usually, though, when a new guy comes in, they're going to hire a lot of their own people, so some of the people that are already there might not stay there.
And why do they hire their own people?
Trust.
That could be a whole nother thing. Maybe the Mets are saying, look, we want you to be the GM, and we have an organization in place that we want to keep in place because we like the people that are in those places. And then maybe these other people that are coming in saying, look, if you want me, I got to have full access to my staff. I got to be able to make the decision on who I want to work with me. There's a lot of those.
Like a
aspects.
Matt Rule situation. Remember when the Jets said, all right, you can't hire your own staff? And he was like, screw you guys?
Well, I don't know if he was like, screw you guys.
Of course he did. He said, no.
I'm going back to Baylor.
Yeah, and he did. And things aren't really working out for him in Carolina right now.
Look at Florham Park or Waco, Texas.
Neither one sounds appealing.
Yeah, but that's all you need to know. Like, remember Mark Messier told us yesterday, we asked him whether or not he wanted to coach.
Yeah.
And he said, well, if I were going to coach, everybody in that room had to be on the same page that I was the right guy to be the coach. I couldn't have a dissenting view. I couldn't have two people over in the corner. Essentially, I'm putting words in his mouth, but I understand what he's talking about. I can't have two people over in the corner just looking at me going, oh, he only got the job because he's the greatest captain of all time and he brought us a cup and he really doesn't have any coaching chop. I'm like,
don't need that.
He felt it. Like he knew. Like I would know.
Yeah.
Like I would say, there's no way that I'm going to do something that I'm not prepared to do because of two reasons. One, I don't think I would feel comfortable in a situation where I don't know all the ins and outs of that particular job. And number two, that there would be people underneath me that would not be supporting me.
Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the red bell so you're notified when we have new content.